Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We'll see Los Angeles facing Vancouver. And Vancouver starts out with the ball. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Magic Johnson. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Bird. Then it's Jordan. And it's O'Neal in the center position. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Here's Johnson. Hits the jump hook. Johnson's got the first basket of the game for Los Angeles.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two. Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
It's more than a bad idea. It's real trouble. I mean, he'll make that 10 out of 10 times.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Vancouver making a switch here. Paul's checked in.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Randolph, no one around him. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Randolph's got himself on the board with 3 there. Johnson kicks to Jordan. From 11 feet away, Vancouver pulls it in. And so it looks like Vancouver will retain possession here. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Paul goes in. This is to Gobert. Vancouver working the ball around now. Birdigan, Hayward. 9 feet out. Jump shot is good.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch. Just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And so Butler nails both of them. On defense, Vancouver. Here's Johnson. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Johnson's got 8.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
And right off the bat, Greg, it looks like that A game is exactly what he brought.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And a wide open look for Jordan. again, Los Angeles. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Oh, and the jam by Bird.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
So Vancouver ends up going with a new group. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 12-4 run right now. On the basket by Ewing.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Over to the wing. Pulls it up. Wow, way off on that one.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Weber dishes to Ewing. Westbrook with a wide open look.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Los Angeles leading by 8. And out of bounds as Vancouver gains possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Weber.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass?
Outside Curry. Drops in the tray.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
They got to watch out, Clark. Those kind of defensive lapses early in the game can start to snowball for a team.
For Los Angeles, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. He hits both from the stripe. .32 seconds left in the first. In the corner, it's Jefferson. That 3 off the mark. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 16-7 run. And Weber throws it down.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him, but very few that rise up like he can.
And so it looks like Vancouver will retain possession here.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
It's Curry with the drive. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. And again, it's Vancouver missing. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top, ending the first quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Russell Westbrook out there with Jordan. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Worthy. And it's Walton in at the 5 spot.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Now here's Worthy. Here's Jordan. pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
It'll be Vancouver with their first time out of the game here.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Vancouver. Hayward comes in for Rodman. And then for Los Angeles, Bird comes in for Worthy. And it's Johnson in for Russell Westbrook. The kick out to Walton. Bird outside. Goes back up. Can't hit that one. So Vancouver will take it the other way. Hayward outside. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Los Angeles leading by 13. Outside for Jordan. Gobert with the block. They recover it. And that's going to be a travel.
Well, despite that possession, something that I've liked is they've been under control while getting out in this lead. They've kept those turnovers down.
And the shot goes in. Rose has got his first points of the game.
How can you stop that? With a crossover that quick, that lightning quick, a defender has to be almost superhuman to stay in front of that.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. No good from Bird. Vancouver trails by 14. They get a hand on it.
Out of bounds.
Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Bill Walton. Vancouver shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And the first one at the line is good.
How about that game for Butler? He has 8 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Here's what Vancouver's going with right now. Randolph comes in for Boris Diaw. And Chris Paul subbed in for Rose. Wade kicks to Shaq. Johnson outside. James against Hayward. They get it back. Kicks it out to James. And again, LeBron missing. Vancouver trails by 10. Paul passes to Butler. Butler missing again.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Los Angeles with another miss. It's stolen by Wade. Here's Weber. Gobert with the block. Second shot opportunity. And James with the layup.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Yeah, that's a great call by you, Greg. You're right on top of it. He's a player that knows exactly how to seek out that jugular.
So Vancouver going with almost an entire new group here. Yao, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Gordon Hayward. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Butler. And Curry subbed in for Chris Paul. And then for Los Angeles, Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Weber. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Johnson.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Jefferson. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
passes it to Yao. Outside for Randolph. From down low. Yao misses. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's Westbrook again missing. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Hayward out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Rose, and it's Gobert in at center. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And finished off by Rose.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
The dish to Gobert. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Knocks down the 3 ball. Butler's got 14 points.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Johnson dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Ewing's checked in.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first. And Vancouver with some changes. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Randolph. And it's Paul in for Butler. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Nowitzki outside. Over in the corner, Rose. Out to Hayward. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Hayward's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Corner shot. A nice shot by Bird.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Now a timeout call by Vancouver.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.